Alright guys, I'm here with John and we're going to learn what a day in a life looks like for a beekeeper. Before we get into that, John, what are the qualifications that you need in order to be a beekeeper?
Well, you don't really need any qualification. Basically, for me, it was self-taught. You can do a few courses on the way, all depends, but you can just do whatever you like, really. But you got to get good at it. That's the qualification. You know, you got to get up in the morning. You usually work long days and knuckle down and just get it going.
Right. And how did you learn what you have today in order to start what you have created?
Whatever I needed to learn, I just gathered up from different people, you know. From, say, I need to do a psychology degree because I got to work with people and I got to get them where I want them, just like with beehives. So for them to be, you're going to motivate people, you're going to have to learn about accounting, you're going to have to learn about finance, because money is the biggest tool. If you haven't got any money to repair your truck, well, you won't be going tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to know everything.
Right.
People, money, and that's all my sort of, you know, I'm basically a conductor. I learn all different things that if I'm not good at something, I'll just have to knuckle down and learn it, you know. See who I can ask a question and then, you know, get better, I guess.
So you're very much self-taught, reading a lot of books, networking?
Everything like that, yeah.
What are the basics that someone needs to know if they also wanted to be a beekeeper?
Well, you obviously have to learn about bees, and, you know, these days you can go YouTube, you join clubs, you have mentors. Yeah, I mean, it's endless. Wherever you can pick it up the fastest. And basically, I think you just need to keep doing it.
Right.
You learn, I do learn most by just doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
But if I say grafting fruit trees, I got fruit trees that have 5, 6 different varieties. Because I work with my bees in orchards, and when I go and pick them up and they're grafting, I'll go there and how do you do this? And he gives me a bit of tape and a bit of this paint, and you do it like this, and there's a knife. I got knife skills because I'm a butcher, but, you know, basically everything's self-taught.
Right, okay. And if someone wanted to start their own little hobby farm, how do they get a queen bee?
Well, we sell queen bees, but you basically got to start with a beehive. You got to buy a beehive or get a beehive going somehow. Okay.
And then you get some male bees as well?
The male bees happen naturally in the beehive, so basically you can split a hive into 2 and 2 into 4 and so forth. And, you know, a queen bee is just part of the hive, but if you keep changing them over, it's just like changing over your chickens. The younger chicken lays more eggs.
Right.
It's more productive, so your beehive will be better.
Right, okay. And so for you, what does a day in a life look like from getting up in the morning and then going throughout your day?
Well, I have so many different jobs. It sort of starts first thing in the morning, running around seeing people, and they come and see me and ask the final question what they do during the day. We have phone meetings the night before. You know, I'm waiting for them to come back from the field and say, was the honey flowing there? How much was there? They do a little video on their phone and they show me, they shake the honeycomb and how much comes out.
Right.
So then I know what blossom that is from, where it's from. Then I say, okay, what about these loads? What are they doing? Which loads are a little bit behind and getting hungry? Those 2 we have to move over here, and basically that's all I do every day. And go to the warehouse, they're running out, they're running into problems like we just saw before. The lids weren't tightening, so I need to change a little part.
Right.
It's just non-stop.
A lot of fixing up.
Fixing up and trying to fix things. Usually there's 5, 6 things broken at once.
Right, okay.
You know, new tyres on the trucks. On Friday I had 2 vehicles out. I had a radiator to be fixed, an air conditioning line to be fixed, and then we, you know, take this out, put this in. It's non-stop. Just keep it going, you know what I mean? Like, we have a spare vehicle, obviously, and, you know, we got multiple machines, but they all need looking after and servicing.
Okay. And so what would you say that the hardest aspect of your job is?
Finding people that want to work, basically, because I could have 5 more if they would turn up and show up and keep on coming, you know, that because they are not as motivated as I am.
Yeah.
You know, obviously I'm my own boss now, it's different.
Yeah.
But we got lots of jobs going. We have, you know, weekend work selling honey. We have another position as bottling. We would have 2 as truck drivers,
Right.
Tending to beehives.
And what do you look for when you want to hire someone?
They basically got to have that motivation. They got to be able to want to do it.
Right.
You know, I like the people to be independent, just like my beehives. They got to work by themselves. They go out when the weather's right. They go and work their hardest.
Yeah.
And I sort of expect that from my people. So that it's got to be natural. They got to want to do the job. Obviously, you got to look after them, praise them, pay them well, all those sort of things as well. But you know, and most of my people have another language. They're not born here.
Right. There you go. Okay. And what would you say is the best part of your job?
The best part of my job is when I actually get to relax and in front of a beehive. Usually on the weekend, I play around with 1 or 2 beehives, or I check whatever, like, you know, check a lot of bees. That's when I'm sort of, I lose myself and I'm, 4 hours gone. And I just had a quick look.
Yes.
So I'm just in my own bubble.
Right.
In the field, you know, and then the phone rings, I need to do something.
Okay.
So I get woken up again into reality.
Right, and then you have to get on with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And as you look back on your career, what are some things that you now know that you wish that you had known back then that would have helped speed up the process?
I couldn't really say anything because, I mean, we've actually grown pretty quick.
Right.
And there are growing pains, so you can't do it much faster because you need money to buy things. The money got to come from somewhere. You can't, nobody gives it to you.
Yes.
You can't loan more than you can pay back. It's just like, you know what I mean?
Right. Are there certain equipment or what are the infrastructure costs that you need in order to get up and running?
It just depends how fast you want to grow.
Yes.
But trucks, I mean, other people buy brand new trucks. Back there, we bought a brand new truck and it's $150,000 7 years ago.
Right.
They're now probably 200.
Yes.
200 plus. Then you need a forklift.
Yeah.
One of these, you know, one of these is 45,000 new. Well, we got 7 or 8 of these green ones.
Right.
You know, not all of them were brand new.
But if we were talking that someone was just about to get started, what are the key essential things?
Well, you need to buy bees. You need to, a beehive is now worth $400 to $500 each.
Yes.
You need to make boxes, so you got to buy the raw material and nail them up yourself to make it a little bit cheaper.
Right.
And then you got to fill them with beehives, or split beehives, put them, you know. Still going to cost you $100 to $200 for the bees, for the material.
Right.
And you got to work your ass off for a year to make that work.
Yeah.
You got to get the skill. You got to make sure you don't lose them because you're taking too much honey or you put them to the wrong spot and they starve to death.
Right.
You got to learn when are they starving. Then you got to supplement feed or move them. So then you got to put fuel in your truck, work at night, put them somewhere. It's non-stop.
Right.
Like my day used to be about 20 hours.
Wow.
16 to 20 hours, you know, some days you only get 1 or 2 and then you got to catch up the day after.
Right.
Or you just go a little bit slower because your brain won't operate properly.
Right. And so then once you've done the end process where the honey is then being made, are you just selling it to people that come to your property or are you going out there and trying to sell it to other people as well?
Well, we sell it to whoever wants to buy it. Like, there's a lot of tire kickers like in the export game, obviously not the last 2 years, but we sold to China, shipping container loads. I've been to China.
Wow.
You could see my honey in 200 chemist shops in China.
Wow.
But that's all died, you know. Chinese don't want to know us. We focus on the local market. We got the shop here for 11 years yesterday. So the last 2 years were a little bit quieter because of COVID, but before that, that store there would outsell like 60 woolly stores would not be able to sell as much honey as we do here on the farm.
Right.
Yeah. It just goes through here. They keep coming, keep coming. We do advertise, we have signs out and people like to do farm tours. And, but we sell a lot of honey wholesale. In we used to have the yellow vans. There was 5 of those yellow vans. They're now slowly dying out and get replaced with Log got changed on the white ones.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And they out on the road now, wholesaling honey to shops, to supermarkets, and distributing the honey
there you go.
into the different shops.
Okay. Wonderful. All right, guys, we're now going to go and check out how honey is actually made.